Monday, September 15th, 2025, week in review. So yesterday, Sunday, I flew out to Vegas and spent a couple hours at the the CrossFit Adaptive games that Kevin Ogar and his team put together. They put on it. That one's always really cool and powerful in terms of just like what's going on there and what those athletes are doing and how they are pretty much the embodiment of CrossFit. And so it's of like the best of CrossFit. They're not there trying to make millions or trying to become an Instagram celebrity. They're there competing just out of passion and the fact that it's impacted their life so powerfully. And so all the athletes are amazing, and what they're doing, it's a really impressive event. I think that one definitely pulling back kind of around the games is something I'm going to look at. Not us running, but same thing, Kevin running and trying to be in the same location at the same time as the games. Trying to do the same thing with the age groups, that's a little more challenging because of the number of people and the number of and the space required to make that happen in addition to all the stuff we have going on. But with those guys, they were in like 40,000 square feet, and they were making that competition happen. So something I'm going to consider looking at for our team for next year, for the games, pulling the adaptive. Kevin's still running it, but pulling it similar week, similar location as the games. But really excited, or really happy I went there. Met a lot of cool people. I was surprised at how many people came from overseas. There was a lot of French athletes, Brazilian athletes, Italian athletes. I met someone from Korea. So really cool. It was nice hearing all the stories, meeting affiliate owners, meeting the athletes, and just catching up with them. Again, Kevin and the team, they do a really good job. And all the people there supporting them, thanks to all the fans and all the sponsors who went to support that event. It really does have like an old school feel to it. Early days CrossFit, just such a positive energy. So I had a really good time there. I'm impressed with what they did. Hybrid level 2. So we have a few. I think I've talked about this recently, but I'll talk about it again. Hybrid level 2. We have a few of those up. Basically, it's a one-day version of the level 2. The ones overseas are selling really well. We have some here in the States, in the Northwest, that are selling well too. There's a few others that are open in other locations. Basically, you do all the lectures at home at your own convenience, and you do all the movement instruction in one day. So you don't have to commit 2 days to take the course. You just do it in one day. We also have the mentor program still going, so you can sign up for the mentor program and sign up for 1 session, 3 session, or 5 sessions, and work with one of our trainers via Zoom to talk about things you want to talk about to be better at. So if you're looking at improving as a coach and you already have your level 2, or you have your level 1 and are thinking about going to your level 2, or you want someone to help you work with your level 3, even studying for it, check out the mentor program. The Jason Fung podcast came out last week, and it was funny how upset people got in the comments about his calories in, calories out, and people are really passionate about calories in, calories out. And it's funny because I think in our early years, we kind of really spoke against that and basically debunked that oversimplified principle in relationship to nutrition. And it was kind of accepted, kind of more mainstream in our community to look at the hormonal response of foods and how they affect you rather than just calories in, calories out. In the last few years, in the popularity of like Instagram and fitness experts, Instagram fitness experts, it seems like calories in, calories out really regained a lot of momentum because it's really an oversimplification and really easy principle to convey to people, but it's an oversimplification of really complex processes that are happening in the human body in regards to nutrition. So nutrition is much more complicated than just calories in, calories out. That's how you're going to lose weight if you just focus on calories in, calories out. Clearly, quantity, and quality matters. Quality also matters. Quantity matters, but more importantly, quality of food and what type of macronutrients. And specifically for people who are struggling with weight, reducing processed carbohydrates. And so you would be much better off reducing processed carbohydrates, eliminating sugar altogether in your diet than you would be counting calories. Because you could be counting calories and eating all the wrong stuff. So anyway, people were really upset that Jason Fung, and people were calling him a quack, and people were saying he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's one of the leading experts, and he's a doctor. So I guess follow the science or follow the experts only matters when it's the science or the experts who confirm what you want to believe. As soon as the scientist or doctor or expert doesn't agree with your preconceived beliefs, then the guy's a quack. Anyways, Dr. Jason Fung is not a quack. Check out the podcast. Check out some of his books. He has some of the best books on fasting, on ketogenic diet. So he's definitely an expert in the field, and really honored that we were able to have him on the podcast. Service Cup is open this week, and so the first workout on main side I'll do today. It's 21, 15, 9, 9 thrusters, 95 pounds, and burpees. So 21 thrusters, 21 burpees, 15, 15, then 9 thrusters, 9 burpees, and then you repeat the round of 9 again. So that's going to be hard. That's going to be really hard for me because I'm not good at thrusters, and I haven't been CrossFitting a lot because of the adventure race and all of that. Okay, let's jump into comments. At Extremist 1978, hey Dave, happy belated Patriots Day. Has there been any thought of coming up with an official 9/11 WOD? Just curious. We create workouts based on individuals, specifically individuals, hero workouts who did CrossFit. And so if there's individuals, I imagine we do have a few, I just can't remember right now. If there's individuals who their family reached out to us in relation to that tragedy and wanted a hero workout, that's the process we'd go to. But for like lump sums of groups or tragic incidents, we typically don't do hero workouts like that. At Darling Zach, would you ever consider making TDC leather weightlifting belts? I recently made my own leather belt with a Velcro closure. I think you could make a cool version and it would be awesome to see. I have, but so there's a really heavy duty machine you need to make weightlifting belts that I don't currently own. And even if I did, I don't know if I would. I could very easily, especially once I had that machine, but I don't know. It's very time consuming, and I have a lot going on right now. I currently, TDC Mercantile, some olive oils are sold out. I actually need to restock that, and some other items are sold out. I just haven't had a lot of time to put what I need to put into it. So currently on TDC Mercantile, there's 250 milliliter tins of olive oil available. No 100s, no 500s. This week or next week, that just reminded me of something. I will probably go buy some more oil from my guy locally and then fill the tins. What that reminded me of this week. So on Thursday, I'm flying out to LA for Wodapalooza. Thursday night, we emailed all the athletes who are competing in Wodapalooza and invited them to have an hour sit down with us where we're going to discuss the season, next season, and their thoughts on it, their thoughts on what they'd like to see, how it's going to flow, what they think of each stage. So just a number of other topics related to the games and the season in general. So we get opportunity to catch up with a number of the top athletes who competed. And so we sent them an invite last week or 2 weeks ago. I sent them an invite and said, if you plan on competing in the season next year, would love to have you guys involved in a discussion. And so I'm excited about that. I'll be there Thursday night for that. And then Friday morning, I'll be at the event for a couple hours, and really excited to see how Dylan set it up and what he has going on. Dylan and I go way back. He actually commentated at the games, or not commentated, he did the floor at the games this year. Did a really good job, he and Kiki and the rest of the commentators. And so Excited to go down. This is the first time I've ever been to that one or any of the Wodapalooza events for that matter. So going obviously to talk to the athletes, but also to show support to Dylan and his event. Okay, back to comments. So then Sean Vos 6542 said, challenge accepted, Dave. Some minor tweaks on classic hero workouts. So he laid out a bunch of hero workouts that could possibly be games. A few people from my team did the same. Chase sent me a link. I'll put that link in here of a video he did. A few others sent me. I'm thinking about doing a show where I just go through the games hero workout versions. Maybe not this week because I have that travel coming up down south, but maybe the following week. I think that'd be fun, and I could kind of lay out like how I think and how I analyze a weekend, and look at the programming as it all plays together. So I might do that. I just need to get motivated to do it. Also, last week I did a interview with Nicole Christensen with an affiliate, and that was a lot of fun. So I'm going to keep those weekly affiliate shows going. Okay. At B. McGoughlin, Dave, I passed my level 3 exam on the first try, and recently a friend failed his. Neither of us got actionable feedback on where we should focus on improving our knowledge. Is there a way to change that so we can benefit a little more from the experience? It feels like a missed opportunity. Well, congratulations on passing. So when someone at the Pearson Vue Center fails, they are given basically this is a sheet on where they failed, and it's a domain analysis, and it tells them how they did and how many they got wrong, and basically gives you exactly what you're asking for. So recommendations on what to work for and or what to work on. And then it says at the bottom, there's a mandatory 90-day waiting period to retake the exam. As long as your application is valid and your eligibility requirements are current, you can register to retest at any time at that time. If your application has expired, you will need to reapply. Information regarding test eligibility is outlined under the retest section of the CCFT Candidate Handbook. We hope you continue to pursue the CCFT credential and appreciate your interest in the CCFT credential. Okay. And it starts with, we regret to inform you that you have not passed the CCFT examination. You will receive official confirmation of the result from the CrossFit Certification Department. Below, you will find a list of the exam domains along with the indication of your performance in each area. Use this information to guide your preparation should you decide to retake the exam. Certification exam industry data shows that the majority of candidates who retest are successful. So basically, it exists. Have your friend, if he didn't get that from the Pearson Vue Center, have your friend email me, dave@crossfit.com, and I'll see if there's a way after the fact that we can get that for him. And he said he recently failed, so okay, yeah. At Jeff Howard AFK, are you going to have guest programming again for main site or go back to 3-on, 1-off? I think the Monday through Wednesday, Thursday off, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off routine is here to stay. It just works with people's real schedules very well. It's a good routine, good program. Yeah, I'd love to have guest programming back. I think I was like the only one who really liked and wanted guest programming back. There's a lot of people on my team in CrossFit who were not fans of it, especially when some of the guests did things that weren't traditional or core CrossFit, which I loved. I like seeing the boundaries pushed on this stuff. It's not a priority right now. I would like to bring back guest programming, but it's definitely not going to happen in the next few months. I loved the guest program. I thought it was cool, see other takes, give it attention to some of the other programmers in the space on our platform. So huge fan, but not right now. At Miss Dizzle Dinger, Dave, is Rescue Randy ever coming back to the games? Thank you for everything you do for the community. I would like to see Rescue Randy back at the games. Actually, at the event I just did, the Sniper Adventure Challenge in Wyoming, they had a Rescue Randy that we had to carry with a tarp. My tarp was really not really a tarp or a stretcher to carry someone, but it worked. And then we had to do some work on the Rescue Randy. They had like he had a bullet injury, and so we had to use our med kit to actually work on him. But back to the games, I think when we have had him I've really liked the events with it. So I think I would like to see him back someday. And Mark Moss 9810. Have you ever thought about allowing fans to vote on a games workout similar to the way you guys did with heavy DT versus double TT? So I mean, they kind of like answered the question, like not to be an asshole to you, but yeah, we've thought about that and we've actually done it, and we've done it in the open too. Remember, there was one open workout where we basically let the fans vote on 3 different versions of thrusters, pull-ups. So have you ever thought about allowing the fans to vote on a games workout similar to the way? Yes, always thinking about stuff like that. It's just a matter of the right application of it in regards to the big picture testing and everything else, not testing, big picture plan of the games and everything else going on. It made sense the time we've done it. At other times, it hasn't made sense to force in there. So it can't be forced in, it has to naturally fit. And in regards to like the things you're testing for, having some guardrails and some direction, like with the heavy DT example and the double DT example, and even the Fran thruster. So I think we can play around and get more bold with some of those concepts. And yes, we think about them. And yes, we've done them. Also, I really enjoyed the games workout where no one knew the rep scheme, only movements. You think that'd be something that could happen again in the future? Yes, for sure. Same thing. The timing for those things and the application is so important. And those kind of almost become anchors in the rest of the programming, meaning you almost have to think of some of those concepts and then work around them. And I would say the run where they ran 3 miles and they had to turn around was kind of the same concept as the workout where they didn't know what was going on. Very little different, but and the workout where no one knew the rep scheme, it was also we were only able to do that because they were such straightforward movements and like really no-brainers in how to execute and how to judge. So Mark Phillips, he puts these timestamps he'll put timestamps in the comments of the week in review, and then I cut and paste the timestamps and I put them on the week in review section. So thank you for that. And Mark, email me, dave@crossfit.com. I'm going to set you up with free olive oil, with my olive oil subscription ongoing for as long as you're doing that. So at tdcmercantile.com, we also have olive oil subscriptions where you can subscribe and get a monthly $250 or a monthly $500, and you save a little on the product. But Mark, I'm going to set you up with that because you support the effort here, and I'm going to get you going. At Get With The Programming, All Hero, so that's Chase, All Hero Workout CrossFit Games at your service. He did a YouTube video on that. And we got something in the works with Chase. We're looking at doing a weekly game show on the CrossFit Games YouTube channel that should launch soon. So that'll be really exciting. Maybe in a couple weeks it'll launch. And then at Major Teamwork Member Running, thanks for your support and thanks for your contributions to the page. I really appreciate it. And everyone else, thank you guys for tuning in. If you're going to Wodapalooza, maybe I'll see you on Friday. If not, I will see you next week on the Week in Review. So leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you guys. Out.